Hello and welcome to Lifelogs, is a brand new journey into captivating stories. Let's embark on this adventure. I have a female I work with who from the very beginning was overly flirty. Playful touching, jokes, lots of sexual innuendos, complimenting, etc. She is divorced with kids and speaks openly about them, as well as her ex. She has never spoken about any current boyfriend, etc. She started in March and never once a mention of her not being single, not even mentioning his name at all. One night, September, another coworker referred to her boyfriend. She just laughed and walked away, and after asking the coworker, confirmed she was engaged but didn't want to wear her ring to work because it was really nice and she didn't want to get it messed up. She has a good friend who engages in conversation but never really flirts at all and openly talks about her husband and kids, like, all the time. I chalked it all up to her just being bubbly, extroverted, and just part of her personality. She stated she was a tomboy and had lots of male friends growing up. I ignored her compliment baiting attempts, which seemed to make her not want to talk to me as much, but instead others. I maintained a safe distance while still being friendly. The situation seems odd to me. I've never in my life met a female who didn't at least, at some point, even accidentally bring up their boyfriend or mention his name. Most engaged females always made it a point to tell everyone they knew they were engaged. There was some excitement around it. Recently, her boyfriend came to our job in what I felt like was unexpected to her. He just showed up and she seemed caught off guard. She introduced him simply as, "This is my boyfriend." ECT. Back in October, her and another guy were caught alone for over 15 minutes in a secluded private area of the warehouse, and our manager confronted everyone as a group about not going to this particular area of the warehouse we work in. They both acted strange, more strange than others. It has a window where people hide to smoke cigarettes, which is against our policies since our manager lets us outside for breaks frequently. It almost seemed like they were nervous. Our manager separated them, and for several weeks they didn't speak or talk until recently. They began getting really close again. This guy is married with 2 kids and cheated on his previous wife with a coworker. Last week our manager caught them again leaving the spot he warned us not to go to in the warehouse. We work third shift and normally she takes her lunch break at a certain hour with her best friend. Her best friend laid out of work the next night. Usually when her friend isn't there is when she acts unusually flirty or more flirty than when she is there. This guy and a bunch of others typically take their lunch hour 2 hours after she does, but she suddenly said she wanted to go on her lunch with everyone else, so when she sat in her vehicle outside she felt safe. When they went out, the 2 of them stood by her vehicle for a few minutes talking, then both followed each other out of the parking lot. They both live very close by, but neither ever actually go home for their lunch hour. They both returned with him pulling in first, then her a few minutes later. They were gone the entire hour. It just seemed unusual and coincidental to me. I feel like they're having an affair. At one point she flirted hard with me and almost felt like she was coming on to me. I think when her friend is there she plays the victim card because her friend seems to frown upon her behavior and the way this guy acts flirty back with her. It seems like she's trouble and dramatic. I like her as a work friend. She seems cool and the guy works really hard and has a good family with an awesome wife. I just hate it if some shit goes down, but I'd like opinions on it. Should I tell her fiancé boyfriend? He seems like a blue-collar, hard-working guy. At a bare minimum, I feel like her behavior is over the line. I get wanting to talk privately, but as a male, especially at work, I would never want to be in a completely dark, secluded area alone with a female. Period. What could you possibly need to talk about to be that far away unless something else was going on? I should also mention she started wearing a ring the day he showed up, and a few days afterwards, but has since stopped wearing it again. Female coworker didn't acknowledge she was engaged. BF showed up unexpected. She seemed surprised. She flirts a lot, has been caught a lot with random guy alone in warehouse we work in. Should also mention this random guy did not meet the BF, he happened to be off that day.